Hi, it's Dave T here with my third video of a three-legged thing product. If you didn't see the first two, they were a bit, well, let's just say unusual. So to avoid any legal action, I'm going to keep this review of the Airhed View tripod ball head more traditional. I don't have the Airhed with me just now as I lent it to my twin brother, who is more mechanically minded than I am. I was hoping to have heard back from him, but sadly nothing yet, so I'll just cover the basics here. I purchased the Bucky tripod from Three Legged Thing several months back and have been very happy with it. I purchased it without a head, intending to use my large Manfrotto 504X video head the majority of the time and then swap out with another smaller Manfrotto head when travelling around. Unfortunately, the fitting of the smaller Manfrotto head made swapping them difficult, so I decided to purchase the Airhed View and then adapt it by changing the supplied QR plate to a third-party Manfrotto 500 series style adapter plate. The Airhed View comes in a nicely branded presentation box with a precisely cut foam insert to ensure that it arrives safely. Inside this is the head itself, a lanyard tool with Allen key and screwdriver, a card with links to where you can access instructions, some promotion slips and a couple of stickers. The head itself, like all of Three Legged Thing's products, is beautifully engineered and finished. The main body is machined from aerospace grade magnesium alloy, anodized in grey. Anodized in grey with orange accent colour on the QR plate and knob, the window surround and the pan base. The ball itself is also made of the same magnesium alloy, so should last well. It weighs just over 300 grams and feels solid in the hand. If you like well-engineered products, then this really is a pleasure to hold and own.
Magnesium from Asteroid.
There are two knurled control knobs, a smaller one to lock the rotational panning, for which there is a graduated scale on the lower base ring.
Impact sights.
Both knobs are annotated with arrows and words lock and rock in true three-legged thing style. The larger knob is used to lock the ball joint and is of sufficient size to turn easily even with gloves on. Not that that is too important, because the lock really does hold the ball in position very securely even with a relatively light turn. Three-legged thing quote a load capability of 40 kilos. Now, whilst I haven't tested it with anything that heavy, it did handle the quite unlikely scenario of a complete Ronin S with EOS R at an angle of about 20 degrees. A nice feature that actually gives the Airhed View its name is the side window that allows you to see at least part of the lock mechanism in motion. At first glance, the insides appear to be ball bearings, but as far as I can tell, what you're actually seeing is the end of three metal rods. When the locking knob is turned, they are pushed together and the centre rod is raised to push the slip plate against the ball. Well, that's my best guess as to what's going on and not some strange alien technology, I think. But like I say, my engineering enthusiast twin hasn't got back to me with his opinion.
It could be alien.
As I've mentioned before, I tend to use Manfrotto 503 style QR plates, and the Airhed comes with an Arca Swiss compatible QR Octa-Quick release plate, which incidentally has a Three-Legged Thing Stagston branded security screw. The Arca Swiss plate is attached to the head via a hex screw, and removing this reveals the ball joint's stanchion, which has a raised groove to stop rotation of the plate. I used the Dremel multi-tool to modify a third-party 503 style plate receiver, which, once the hole on the top of the plate was also countersunk a bit more, fit the ball head perfectly. This gave me a top quality head with the QR of my choice. This ball head is much easier to remove from the main tripod simply by locking the pan when I do want to swap out for the larger video head. Of course, this isn't a video head, so controlled pans and tilts are out of the question, but for my style of films that's totally fine, and the ball head makes it quick and easy to set more unusual angles. With the significant height and versatility of the Bucky tripod, it's actually a really good combination. So there you have it, a more traditional review of the Airhed View from Three Legged Thing. I hope you've enjoyed this video or found it helpful, and if you have, then please click that like button. And if you're interested in seeing more videos that I make, then please consider subscribing to my channel. But most of all, thanks for watching.